All right, Capricorn, Capricorn. So we're going to be using Tough Shit Tarot to see exactly what do you need to release moving into 2020. Now, I chose Tough Shit because the messages are very direct, very bold. There is normally no you I don't feel like there's a lot of room to say, oh, it could be whatever, this and that. It's pretty much straight to the point of what the problem or issue could be. Now, for some of us, we may already know what this issue is, and we may be taking our time to heal, and that's perfectly fine. For a few of us, we may not understand what the problem is, and that's where Tough Shit comes in. So, we're going to be looking into 2020. What do we need to release? What could be holding us back? What would we not want to take into the new year with us, Capricorn? So let's see, Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. What is the message, Spirit? What is the message for my Cappies? Let's see. Alrighty. One more time, Spirit, please. Okay. There was a time when you ruled your social circle. Perhaps you were prom queen or star athlete, whatever it is. This card indicates you're living in the glory of your past in an unhealthy way and would be better served by being present and accepting of this moment. Interesting. You're ready for love, but you are feeling shy about finding it. Shyness is an expression of fear and embarrassment. Start with small steps that negate the risk of rejection, such as creating an online dating profile. Let's see. You are in a messy situation you're in a messy situation and you're in deep. It's only going to get worse from here, so count your losses and change direction. Some of you need to walk away from something. The influence and teachings of your mother are affecting your energy right now. Take inventory of what she taught you and let go of childhood beliefs that no longer serve you. Two more cards. Explore a new sexual relationship. Don't make it weird. Don't get attached to the idea of commitment. Just go get laid and remember to be safe. Capricorn. Your physical environment is cluttered and filled with old energy. Clean your home, remodel, change the layout of your furniture in order to update your present time energy in the home. All right, Cappies. Let's see what's going on. So let's deal with mother issues first. Some of you are definitely dealing with influence of mother. This could be things that were said to you. This could have been things that were taught to you. The thing about it is, Capricorn, is that it's showing that for some of you, you haven't let this go. You could still be having mother issues within this present time, even if your mother has already transitioned. For some of you, you're still stuck in a time where maybe this person's what they wanted for you was important. So there's still some influence that some of you may be feeling with a mother figure. This could be an aunt, this could be a sister, this could be somebody that you hold in high regard, that you feel like you still are being judged by this person. Now, for some of you, I feel like you're moving from this energy, which means that you've already worked on it. You've probably gone to therapy. For some of you, you may have even made peace with your mother. For a few of you, I feel like this is something that's been kind of swept under the carpet. And I think a lot of you know that there's a conversation that is needed, or this is something that needs to be addressed in therapy, where somebody can help you mediate some of the feelings that you feel. For some of you, this is going to be a very painful thing to deal with, but it is showing that it is causing you to be very stagnant. There's a fear, and I think a lot of the fear comes from judgment. What would this person think? What would they say about the way that I live my life? So for some of you, you're stuck in a vicious cycle, and it could be dealing with memories. It may not be anything that's happening now. For a few, I feel like this is memories holding you back. Now, if you are not in a position to talk to your mother, for some of you, you're going to be estranged from your mother or this mother figure. You may literally need to go talk to a therapist or find a mediator, somebody that can help you move towards this. I feel like, though, it's going to cause you or cause some type of vulnerability, where a few of you don't want to feel that. And it's showing that this could be something that you're willing to hold on to because you don't want to be vulnerable. And I think it's because you realize that this is going to strike a chord. Now, for a few of you, you definitely have to let go of this because it's holding you back. It's keeping you stuck. And it's keeping you stuck. It's almost like being held hostage to a memory. For a lot of you, this could be trauma. There could have been abuse that was presented with this person. And a lot of you can't purge or let it go because it opens up the door to the abuse and it triggers you. And you may know this, and that's why it may be time for therapy to be presented in a way to where you're like, I know I need to get some help with this, because if I don't, I'm going to trickle this down to my kids. I'm going to have this fear or this emotion go down to my children where they may feel the same way about me. And for some of you, if this person is still alive, you could be afraid of your children being attached to this person as a grandparent because of what was done to you. For some of you, it could even have you questioning your parenting skills. I do feel for a lot of you, there's some type of conflict that's going back with this and it needs to be reprogrammed. So it could be therapy that you need to look into. Um, there was a time when you ruled your social circle. Perhaps you were some type big status person. Some of you are coming to terms with life changes where maybe you're not being seen as that status or that person that you wanted to be. And some of you, with a lot of your cards, are stuck with memories that may no longer serve you. This could be things that you still fantasize about, but it's not the way that it is now. Some of you could be looking for some type of validation from people from your past, but it is not the way it is now. So it is showing in a couple of these cards. Some of you are being held bound by memories that need to either be rewritten or they need to be purged. Some of you could be demanding some type of respect or status from people around you that no longer look at you that way. And it may come off as a rejection. Like, why don't you see me the way you used to see me? Or why don't you act the way that you used to? And it's because this person feels like you have no power. Now, that's their perception, Capricorn. It's not the truth. For some of you, this was a transition. And a lot of you did it. It's like, okay, I was the high school football star, and I moved forward and I went to college and it didn't pan out the way I wanted, but I was able to find a good job and I have my respect and I have people that look at me and that fill that gap. For a few of you, it's almost like something ended. It's almost like graduating from high school, but whatever was to come next didn't happen because you were still caught up in memories from high school. Some of you are stuck in like a time warp, or you're stuck in a loop where you want things to be the way they used to be, but they can't be that way anymore. And it could be holding you back or stagnant. So for a few of you, it's not that it's bad to reminisce. Some of you have made peace with it and you made a home with it where you're not allowing yourself to see life as it is now, which doesn't hold a lot for you moving towards the future because you don't see it. So for some of you, you literally may have to go into some type of hypnosis or either some type of childhood regression to where you are able to have somebody who helps you let go of certain things that no longer are present in your life. You're living in the past that needs to be let go of because you have a future that actually has more things that are coming that could elevate you back to a status or elevate you to a different status. You need to check into it. Okay, for some of you, you're ready for love, but you don't know how to put yourself out there. And it goes back to rejection and judgment. Some of you are like, I don't want to try because I don't want to get shot down. Or every time I try, it doesn't go my way. Well, you have to take accountability. If there's certain things that you're doing that makes a relationship awkward or not healthy, and it's not on just this person, and you have to look at yourself. Am I being too passive? Am I not speaking up for myself? Am I just going along with the program and letting this person do whatever they want to do? Could be a loss of power that is going in. And it's showing for a lot of you, you have this major fear of being embarrassed. Like, oh my God, like tripping and falling and everybody's laughing at you and looking at you. And you don't want that because that is the death of you to be seen as less than perfect. I don't know where you get that everybody else is perfect, Capricorn. People fall every day. People get laughed at every day. People get judged every day. So this is not personal to you, but some of you are making it personal. It is showing that you need to start with small steps. You need to start putting yourself out there and realizing that the world is not going to end if you make a mistake. The world is not going to end if you try something and it doesn't go exactly the way that you want it to. It happens to people every day, and all they do is find a different door or a different avenue and they move forward. For some of you, you're using this as a crutch not to move forward because it's like, I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be looked at wrong. But you're moving into that energy into the new year, which is going to hold you captive because it's going to really limit you on what you can do and what you want to do and what you need to do because of your thoughts of what will other people think. Fuck them people. Fuck them. To be honest, what do they do? What do they do? Even celebrities make mistakes and people still love them. I mean, it really is a perception of what you think is going to happen to you. And some of you are going with the worst fear. They're not going to like me. If they see who I really am, they're not going to like me. Maybe they will, Capricorn. But you're not giving other people the chance. You're making a decision that I'm not going to share who I am with the world because they may not like me. Newsflash, you're going to have a lot of people that love you and you're going to have some people that do not. And that's just the way of the world. If you keep allowing yourself to be stuck in this box of judgment, this is self judgment. You're punishing yourself now because you're not allowing other people to actually see who you are. For some of you, you're in hermit mode. You're putting yourself in a box, so you're judging yourself. You're locking yourself in a thought process that is not reality. So for some of you, you got to come out of that. You got to come out of it or else it's going to keep you stuck. Now, it is showing in a messy situation and you need to cut losses. If you're dealing with toxic energies, toxic relationships, toxic people, jobs, or whatever, it's time for you to move in a different direction. For some of you, this literally could be a move, moving out of a place that no longer serves you. It's showing that whatever this messy situation is, you're digging a hole. You have accountability for this. Now, it is showing that you have the power to say, no more. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to count my losses and I'm going to move in a different direction because this direction is not leading me where I really want to go. It's not making me happy. It's not bringing anything positive to my life. So for some of you, you may be battling with that cutting. If you can't do it with scissors, get a knife, slash it. But for some of you, you got to disengage for something that is not conducive to growth, to your happiness. You're allowing yourself to stay in a situation because you're afraid to cut ties to it because you're afraid of what the future holds. Now, if you're comfortable and complacent with this, that's one thing. But if you want to let go and move forward, you got to cut it. Do a cut and clear. This doesn't bind me to you anymore. This doesn't bind me to this country, to this state, to this city, to this person. I don't have to be here. I have the power to move forward. So for a lot of you, you may be discovering that. Some of you literally want to explore your sexuality, do things different, but there's this judgment thing. I want to try this, but what are people going to think? Or every time that I do try this, I feel like I need to fall in love. No, you don't. You know what? You want to be a lesbian today? Be a lesbian. Try it out. Maybe you like the taco. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to try the penis out. Maybe it's good, it's not good. You have to be willing to kind of put yourself out there and let go of that, oh, people are going to look at me and think that I'm weird. Newsflash, there's a lot of fucking weird people in this world. Me being one of them. If you look at everything behind me, this is kind of not like your everyday thing. But I don't feel judged because this is who I am. So for some of you, you are finding out who you are, and you're going to realize that the self-judgment is holding you back more than what you think other people are going to think about you. Going into 2020, I think a lot of you are going to figure that out, that you were the one that was kind of like, they're going to think I'm crazy. No, they won't. They're going to think I'm not sexy. No, they won't. Somebody's going to get your booty. They're going to rub on it. Trust me. I promise you they will. Somebody's going to try the taco. They're going to try it. So don't be afraid. And for some of you, because I feel like I have something stuck in my throat, speak your truth. This is who I am. This is what I want. I want the taco. I want the penis. I want the new job. I want the new relationship. You deserve to say that. You deserve to get it. But if you're afraid that people are going to look at you for asking for it, then that's something that you have to work on within yourself. And you may need to go to your therapist and find out why you feel unworthy to have certain things that are yours, that can be yours. You have every right to get what you want, Capricorn. You have every right to demand what you want. But a lot of you are kind of towering down and you're being very passive when you're not really that way. A lot of Capricorns are strong as fuck. So for some of you that are still trying to come into your power, you have to realize that your self-judgment and your self-doubt is the thing that is doing you in, and you have to rectify that moving into 2020. Now, for some of you, it's showing that your environment, you either have cluttered it, you're hoarding things, you're keeping things, and I think a lot of it has things that are attached to memories. Um, for some of you, you're afraid that if you move this stuff out the way, if you change your environment, that it's going to change your life, and it probably will. It's something that you need to let go of. If you have magazines and books that you don't read anymore and they're just there, burn them, let them go. I did that a couple of years ago. It set me free. Set me free. Because if you have all this stuff around, you overthink. Well, this is there, so I need to do this, or I need to go back through it, and I need to look into it. And that's going to be some of the issues that hold you back, overthinking things. For some of you, you're literally holding on to things that are taking up space in your life that have no purpose, none. Whether this is books, people, city, states, you're holding on to things and you're cluttering these things into your life because it gives you something to think about, or either it gives you something that distracts you from what you really should be focused on, and that's your growth, that's you moving forward. So you have to say, okay, that pile of dishes that's been there for a couple of days, I need to go ahead and work on my business, but I can't because I have to wash those dishes. The dishes are your distraction. you know I want to go out on a date with this person, but I don't have anything to wear. But then you look at that corner with that pile of clothes and you have a dress or whatever it is in that pile of clothes that you can wear, but you're using that as a distraction. So for some of you, you're going to have to look at things in your life that you're using as a distraction because you want to live. A lot of you are really tired of being in this situation where it's like, I want things, but I'm afraid to ask for it. Or I want things, but I'm afraid to go for it because judgment. I'm going to fail. I'm not going to be happy. But what if you're not? What if you actually meet somebody who makes you happy? What if you start a job that opens up a door that brings in more money and you can travel, which makes you happy? What if you get a new apartment or a house that has a beautiful sunroom or an extra room for your office or for your practice that makes you happy? The future that you're holding yourself back from may not be as scary as you want it or you think that it could be. Capricorn, you're living with memories that were in the past. Okay, maybe 1998 was a good year. 2020 could be even better if you allow yourself to move towards that energy. Stop thinking about what happened to you 5 years ago that could be holding you back. Okay, 5 years ago, you started a business, it didn't work out, you failed. 5 years ago. Maybe this is your year. Maybe this is the year of the business. Maybe you meet people that grow your business, people that elevate you, that motivate you. You got to let go of memories from the past that hold you back. Cut the ties to that, move forward. Look into new things, new hobbies, things that don't distract you, but they they motivate you to grow. They they make you feel alive. They ignite passion in you, Capricorn, because there's so many things that are coming into your new year that are going to be really phenomenal for you. But you have to be able to see it, and you're not going to see it if you're looking back. You won't be able to see it. You got to look forward. You got to look forward, Capricorn. You guys can do it. You're ready. I know a lot of you are. I've seen the readings over the year. A lot of you are coming out of that cocoon and you're ready to move forward to new things. Let go of that fear of judgment. Let go of that fear that everything is going to fall apart. What if it falls right? What if it falls together, Capricorn? You deserve to know that. Try it. Love you guys.